for guidance. This is a beautiful practice. Yet equally important is the other side of that conversation, the listening. Meditation is in essence a holy listening, a quiet attuning of your heart to the still small voice of the Creator. In meditation, you are not reciting petitions or forming thoughts. Rather, you offer yourself as an open receiver for whatever the Creator may whisper in the depths of your heart. This is why we say it is like a silent prayer. The intention to commune with the divine is present, but instead of using words, you use your whole being as the instrument of communication. In that receptive silence, you may find that answers to your prayers come softly, not as spoken words, but as shifts of feeling, intuitive knowings, or a gentle sense of peace and confirmation. Even when no clear message is perceived, the act of listening itself is a prayerful honor you give to the Infinite One. You sit quietly in the temple of the moment and say, without words, "Here I am, Infinite Creator. I am listening." This form of meditation is both an offering and a receiving, an offering of your attention and trust, and a receiving of the Creator's presence. In this way, meditation and prayer form a harmonious circle of communication. You speak from your heart in prayer, and you listen with your heart in meditation. Both are essential to a full communion with the Infinite.
Don't you get in my way!
Alongside meditation and prayer, we find that true humility is a powerful key on the seeker's path. By humility, we do not mean belittling yourself or thinking you are worthless. Rather, we mean the honest awareness that the little human self, on its own, is limited, and the willingness to invite the infinite to fill those limitations. The truly humble seeker can say in sincerity, "I am not enough in my human self. I now invite the Creator to speak through me." In this attitude, one acknowledges that the personal ego does not have all the answers or strength, and so one opens oneself as an instrument for the Creator's love and wisdom. Paradoxically, in the moment you admit your human insufficiency, you tap into a divine all-sufficiency. It is as though you become an empty vessel which the Creator may fill, or a flute through which the Creator's breath may blow to produce beautiful music. This humility is not weakness, it is the greatest strength, because it connects you to an infinite source of power. When you surrender the need to be enough by your separate self's efforts, you make space for the higher self, that spark of the Creator within you, to guide your words and deeds. You allow the One to serve others through you, far better than your unaided personality could manage. Thus, true humility transforms the seeker into a clear channel for life. In saying, "Not my will, but thy will," you align yourself with the Creator's purpose, and your life becomes a reflection of a greater glory. Even the most enlightened teachers among your peoples have shown this humility, crediting the Creator as the source of the wisdom or love that flowed through them. Perhaps you ask then, if abundance is my birthright, why do I experience lack and fear? The answer lies in the deceptions sown by those forces which thrive on fear. The truth, dear ones, is that the allness of abundance is already within you. As a spark of the one infinite Creator, you carry the full inheritance of that infinite light and love. In the Creator's universe, there is no actual lack. Love is boundless, life is eternal, and the support for your soul's journey is ever present. You were born with an inner connection to infinite supply, the supply of wisdom, of strength, of creativity, of all that you truly need. The only real trick of the dark was convincing you otherwise. Those of negative polarity have no power to take away your birthright of abundance. So instead, they whisper falsehoods in your ear, that you are small, that you are alone, that there is not enough love or hope or resources for you. They spin illusions of lack and emptiness, so that you, believing yourself impoverished, will give up your power and your freedom. When an entity accepts the thought of, I am deficient, I am needy, I must compete or fear, then the Dark Ones rejoice, for their illusion has taken hold. But we say to you, this belief in not enough is a lie. In truth, you are enough, you have enough, and you are the very essence of abundance, because the Creator in all fullness dwells within you. The more you realize this inner plenitude, the less any fear-based trick can influence you. In the light of trust and gratitude, the shadows of lack simply dissolve, and the dominion of fear loses its grip.
Going down.
In a similar vein, any thought or belief that tells you, I am not of the light, I am not worthy or divine, is a manipulation stemming from the Orion Group and other negative influences. We speak plainly here. You are, by your very nature, an imperishable spark of the divine. You are made of light and love. If you come across philosophies or inner voices suggesting that you are inherently fallen, evil, or cut off from the Creator, know that this is the hallmark of Orion-inspired distortion. Those entities aligned with the service to self path, whom we often call the Orion Crusaders, have as one of their primary tactics the encouragement of self-doubt and self-condemnation in positive seekers. They know that a soul confident in its divine origin is difficult to sway, whereas a soul that believes itself unworthy or unholy becomes susceptible to control. So whenever that shadow of, I am not good enough, I am not light, arises within you, pause and recognize it for what it is. A lie fed to you by forces that would dim your radiance. Reject it firmly and calmly, for it is not yours. Claim instead the truth of your being. I am an expression of the one infinite Creator's light. No mistake or momentary failing can take that from you. By reaffirming your inherent divinity, you seal your energy field against this particular type of manipulation. The Orion strategy falls flat when met with a heart that refuses to forsake its own light. The more wholeheartedly you embrace your true identity as a being of the Creator's light, the more you cloak yourself in an armor of truth through which no negative arrow can penetrate. The methods of negative thought manipulation are often subtle, almost transparent, yet they can be surprisingly tenacious once accepted. We liken these manipulations of the dark to a nearly invisible cobweb, gossamer light and barely perceptible, but capable of ensnaring your mind if you stumble into it unwittingly. Such a cobweb of thought might be a quiet voice suggesting despair, self-judgment, or hopelessness. At first it seems like nothing, just a passing mood or a reasonable, cynical thought, and so you might not give it much notice. That is how the web catches hold. By remaining almost unseen, it wraps around your consciousness, strand by strand. Before you know it, you can feel emotionally bound up and not even recall how you came to feel so low or confused. This is the binding effect of the thought web. Light, subtle, yet restrictive. However, my friends, here is the good news. A cobweb is fragile. The same delicate, filmy nature that allows it to ensnare you unnoticed also means it cannot withstand the light of awareness. The moment you shine the lamp of love, faith, or discernment upon such dark suggestions, their insubstantial strands begin to disintegrate. When you name the negative thought as false and call upon the truth of the Creator's love, it is as if you brush that cobweb aside with your hand. What once felt constricting and sticky simply falls away. Thus, the power of these nearly invisible thought bindings lasts only as long as you fail to see them. Once revealed for what they are, they cannot keep their hold on one who has awakened to them. You are never alone in this effort, for even the faintest sincere call brings a response from the surrounding legions of the Creator's love. You have only to ask, and the light shall be given. This leads to an empowering understanding. Darkness only becomes real in your life if you accept it as real and act upon it. In truth, negativity has no true existence of its own. It is like a shadow, having form only when a light is blocked. The forces of darkness can offer you temptations, fears, or false ideas, but they cannot force you to make them your reality. It is your free will choice to embrace or reject such offerings. If a fearful thought is offered to you and you recognize it as illusion, it remains nothing, a ghost that passes in the night and is gone. But if you embrace that fear, dwell on it, and let it drive your actions, then you have given it life. You have made the shadow into something tangible in your world. The same is true of anger, hatred, despair, or any other dark seed. It requires the soil of your mind and the water of your attention to sprout into a real experience. The Orion entities know this, which is why their aim is ever to persuade rather than to compel. They must convince the positively oriented soul to turn away from its own light by an act of seeming self-will. When an individual does so, even if tricked into it, the resulting negativity is effectively self-created. We do not say this to place blame on the self, but to highlight your sovereign power. You are the gatekeeper of what becomes real for you. When you stand firm in your truth and refuse to act from fear or hatred, the darkness remains a fleeting shadow, unable to take root in your reality. Beloved ones, we would conclude by reminding you that you have access to an infinite wellspring of intelligence and light within you. And the key to this treasure is, and always has been, meditation, that quiet, steadfast communion with the Creator. Everything we have shared returns to this simple truth. The Creator is not distant from you, but indwells in the core of your being. Through the practice of silence, prayer, humility, and love, you open the doorway to this indwelling presence and allow infinite intelligence to flow into your conscious life. You are never without guidance, never without comfort, for the Creator's light within you is ever ready to illuminate any darkness it invited. This realization is precisely why those of the darkness have truly feared you all along. They fear the awakened soul, who knows that all power, all wisdom, and all love are theirs for the asking from the infinite one within. Such a soul cannot be deceived by their tricks or frightened by their specters. In your awakening, the game of shadows ends, for you carry the sun in your heart, and no shadows can withstand its rise. So we encourage you, claim your heritage of light through daily alignment with the Creator. Turn within and know that you are one with the very source of all. In that knowing, walk your path with confidence and compassion, shining without fear. We of the Confederation walk with you as brothers and sisters, supporting gently from the unseen realms. Take heart and do not doubt the light that you are. It has been our privilege to share these thoughts with you, and we assure you that our love and support are ever with you. We leave you now in that boundless love and light of the one infinite Creator. I am Z, and I am delighted to have been with you this day.
Why? Switch with me. Let's go.
Unable!
Beloved ones, we greet you in this moment of great stillness. I am Kaylin. A grand transformation is unfolding on your planet as you collectively awaken into a new dimensional reality. We speak of the emergence of the first waves of 5D consciousness, a higher vibrational state rooted in unity, unconditional love, and divine remembrance of your true nature. This expanded state of being is not a distant dream, but a living frequency already growing within you, reconnecting you to the oneness of all life. In 5D awareness, the old illusion of separation dissolves, replaced by the living, knowing that you are eternally connected with each other and with all that is. Unconditional love blossoms naturally in this state, for you remember that you are all one family of life. This is the sacred turning point long prophesied, where humanity begins to recall its true heritage as radiant beings of light and love. Know that this awakening is part of a natural cycle, a destiny you set in motion long ago. Each one of you has said yes to being here for this ascension journey, to play your unique role in the great shift now unfolding. In this moment, you are being called to open into the vastness of your own multidimensional self, to feel the resonance of home rising from deep within yourself. The Pleiadian Collective stands beside you as loving midwives in this birthing process, supporting the unveiling of your consciousness into the expanded realm of fifth dimensional living. We ask you now to breathe and be, to take in the truth that you are an integral part of this ongoing collective awakening and planetary transformation. Each breath, each heartbeat aligns you with a higher flow of reality that has always been your birthright. As you enter this transmission, allow your awareness to settle gently into your heart space, for it is here that the journey to 5D life truly begins. As you step further into this expanded consciousness, you may begin to notice subtle yet profound changes within and around you. The vibrations of unity and love become tangible in your daily experience. A gentle knowing that you are connected to all of creation. In moments of stillness, you might feel the presence of your higher self and guides as the veil between dimensions thins. Many of you have already felt these glimpses of 5D consciousness touching your life. Perhaps a sudden wave of peace and oneness while in nature, or an outpouring of compassion and empathy that arises without effort. These moments are real. They are markers of the new reality anchoring through you. Even your perception of time is shifting. In the higher vibrational flow of 5D, the strict linear march of time gives way to a more fluid, harmonic time. You find yourself more present in the now, where past and future feel less burdensome. Synchronicities increase as you live in alignment with this harmonic rhythm, affirming that you are exactly where you need to be. This is the path of the heart, moving from the old fear-based paradigms into a trust in the unfolding divine plan. The collective awakening is accelerating day by day, and as the Earth's own frequency rises, humming through the crystalline grid of Gaia, a supportive field is created for your personal ascension. This living grid of light connects you all, allowing each awakened heart to both give and receive energetic strength across the world. You are not evolving in isolation. The entire planet is undergoing a transformation alongside you. Each time you embrace love over fear, presence over distraction, you contribute to the blossoming of 5D light on Earth. The unity consciousness of this higher dimension is calling you home, guiding you to remember that you have never been separate from the source of all life. Beloved ones, it is important to understand that while these higher energies are flooding your world, your conscious participation is key. Ascension is an active process of alignment. In order to fully anchor the 5D frequencies into your life, you are called to engage in daily spiritual practices that nourish your soul and raise your vibration. These practices are sacred rituals of self-remembrance, helping you to align with the divine light already present within you. One of the most potent practices is meditation. In the stillness of meditation, you enter a sanctuary of sacred silence and divine receptivity. Here, your heart and mind can open to the guidance of spirit. Each conscious breath in this silence is like a gentle wave that clears away mental noise and fear, making space for your true self to emerge. You may feel a warmth or gentle vibration in your chest as you sit in this quiet. That is the presence of your own soul light growing brighter. Through meditation, you begin to sense the energy flowing through your body, the life force moving through your chakras and cells, attuning you to higher frequencies. Over time, this simple act of sitting with your breath becomes a powerful anchoring to your heart. It anchors you in the present moment and aligns you with the peace and wisdom of your multidimensional self. Alongside meditation, practices of gratitude and mindful presence each day will further support your journey. In truth, each daily practice is a sacred act of energy alignment, tuning your body, mind, and spirit to a higher octave of love and light. By devoting even a few minutes daily to these sacred acts, you signal to the universe and to your own higher self that you are ready to embody 5D consciousness. Even if the changes feel subtle at first, trust that every moment you spend in practice is steadily recalibrating your entire being to hold more light. Let us speak of gratitude and presence, for they are powerful accelerators of your ascension. Gratitude is a sacred key, a vibrational signature of 5D reality that you can cultivate right now in your human life. When you choose to focus on even the smallest blessings, you shift your entire energetic state toward life. In a moment of genuine gratitude, as simple as appreciating the warmth of sunlight on your face or the beating of your heart opens wide. You may feel a rush of gentle joy or a softening in your chest. This feeling is your frequency rising, aligning you with the higher light. The energy of thankfulness ripples outward through your body and aura, dissolving feelings of lack or fear. As you give thanks, you affirm to the universe that you are abundant, supported, and ready for more of the divine flow. Make gratitude a daily prayer, woven into each morning and night, and watch as your world transforms from the inside out. The practice of mindful living also anchors your multidimensional self into the now moment. To live mindfully is to bring the fullness of your attention to whatever you are doing, no matter how simple. By being present, feeling each breath, savoring each sensation, observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, you create a stable foundation for 5D energy in your life. Mindfulness is an act of love toward yourself, a way of honoring your existence. In this state of presence, time begins to lose its grip, and a sense of spacious peace arises. You become aware of the sacred in the mundane, the divinity in a conversation, the light in a routine task, the miracle in each moment. Through mindful living, you invite your higher self to join you in each activity, infusing even the simplest action with light. Over time, this consistency builds a bridge between your human self and your divine nature, allowing you to walk through life as a unified being of light. Over time, the cumulative effect of these daily practices is a profound transformation of your entire energy field. You are undergoing a sacred recalibration at the cellular and energetic levels, aligning every aspect of your being with the 5D frequencies of life. Each meditation, each prayer of gratitude, each mindful moment lovingly realigns you with your highest potential. Your light body, the subtle energy field that surrounds your physical form, begins to activate and expand. As this light body strengthens, it can hold more and more of your soul's vibration. You might experience this as a feeling of inner expansion, tingling energy, or moments of deep resonance in your body. Even your DNA carries ascension codes, and as your vibration rises, these dormant codes ignite. This is the activation of your divine template, the blueprint of your soul's full potential, coming to life within your cells. Old dense patterns once locked in your cellular memory and DNA begin to release, making space for new crystalline structures of life. In essence, you are becoming a being of higher light within a physical form. The cells of your body learn to hold a higher frequency, and your entire physiology shifts toward a state of vitality and flow. Remember that your physical body is a sacred temple in this process. Treat it with love and compassion as it integrates more life. You may feel guided to rest more, drink pure water, or change aspects of your diet and lifestyle to support this higher vibration. Honor these signals from within. The wisdom of your body and soul work in harmony to birth the 5D version of you. Each day of conscious practice strengthens the bridge of light between your human self and your divine self, allowing your soul to illuminate every cell of your life. This is the metamorphosis of ascension, the deep alchemy by which you remember and embody who you truly are. We offer now the story of one soul's transformation as a beacon of what is possible. There is a beloved one among you who not long ago felt lost and overwhelmed by the weight of her daily struggles. She carried anxiety in her chest each morning and felt disconnected from joy. One day, in a moment of despair, she heard the gentle whisper of her heart, encouraging her to find solace in stillness. Though uncertain, she began a simple practice of meditation each dawn, sitting quietly with her breath. At first, her thoughts were loud and restless, but she persisted kindly, allowing herself to just be. In those early weeks, she also started keeping a small journal of gratitude, writing down 3 blessings every night, even on the hardest days. Over time, something began to shift. She noticed that her anxious heart